Okay, we're going to start with the nation. Tinubu, Lula, Jinping, Ramaphosa, others join forces to battle hunger. President seeks National Assembly's nod for 1.8 trillion naira 2025 budget funding loan. What begins on Calabar, Abuja Superhighway? Ex-BPP director testifies against Sirika in alleged 2.7 billion naira contract fraud. Wike okays 3 months arrears of 70,000 naira minimum wage. ICPC tracks 610 billion naira constituency projects in 21 states and FCT. And Ekiti to pay 70,000 naira minimum wage. Okay, which story?
Okay, so
major headline, we have developed and developing countries have joined forces to combat hunger and poverty. World leaders have embraced global alliance against hunger and poverty. So this is an initiative by the president of Brazil, Lula da Silva, at the G20 summit that, rounded off last night at Rio de Janeiro in Brazil. Our president says this bold and visionary step underscores Brazil's leadership in addressing one of the most urgent and persistent challenges facing our world today. We have 82 countries are members of this alliance against hunger. We have the African Union, European Union, 9 financial institutions, 24 international organizations, and 31 philanthropic and non-governmental entities, totaling 148 as founding members. Our president says that the creation of this alliance marks a significant milestone in our global effort to eradicate hunger and poverty, and also sends a powerful message of solidarity to vulnerable populations around the globe. And it says by fostering collaboration between governments and international organizations, civil society, this initiative offers a comprehensive approach to, world hunger. And he also said that this is also in keeping with some of the things that he is looking to do, with our country. South Africa backed this initiative, and we have, and as I mentioned, all the other unions also backed this initiative. So this is a good one. And let's see how this now plays out physically in our countries, in our respective countries.
That's the reality.
Yes, so I have the ICPC. So the spokesperson for the ICPC, Demola Bakare, was giving us updates on the number of projects that they are tracking. He said about 1,500 projects valued at 610 billion naira are being tracked presently in the country, and that this is the 7th phase of tracking for this year. Said they've done 1,900 projects valued at 500 billion under the 6th phase of the exercise, and it cut across 24 states. But this 7th phase is, 1,500 projects cutting across about 20 states and the FCT starting on the 18th of November. And we will cut across states like Lagos, Kwara, Niger, Kogi, Kebbi, Kano, Kaduna, Jigawa, Bauchi, Gombe, Borno, Ondo, Osun, Oyo, Akwa Ibom, Rivers, Cross River Delta, Imo, and Abia and Enugu. And they will also be looking at certain agencies, the Northeast Development Commission, the Niger Delta Commission, the National Agricultural Land Development Authority, Universal Basic Education, UBEC, Rural Electrification Agency, and the National Primary Healthcare Development Authority. I'm hoping that, after all this tracking, we'll have a clean slate, meaning that these agencies and states have delivered in this constituency's project. But if not, of course, we should see some prosecution.
Okay, let me take the approved minimum wage. So we've been talking about the 70,000 minimum wage across the state. The minister of the FCT Minister, Nyesom Wike, has actually approved 3 months arrears payment of 70,000 naira to the workers, and he said it was a way to encourage all the staff, all the minimum to all the staff, to encourage them, saying that the government is really serious about changing the new minimum wage that has been approved. And this was said by his head of service, Mrs. Grace Adayilo. She said that the move was part of the minister's commitment to the welfare and well-being of the workers. In a similar story, it happened also in Ekiti State, where it's been finally implemented. So Governor Oyebanji approved the template where 70,000 naira is being paid to workers. So I'm happy that more states are gradually catching up, because We read a report a few weeks back that some states are yet
Wike
to implement.
Until Wike became FCT minister, I didn't see it as a state status.
But it is now.
But he's on top of it as if he's a governor and he's doing more for the people.
It has to.
Story?
Yeah, I have a story. So the work has begun on the. There's a flag off actually, because I really sometimes I feel like we're always announcing when the work is starting, but we should be celebrating not when the work starts, but when the work finishes. But this is good news. It's part of the legacy project by of the Renewed Hope agenda. So there's a Renewed Hope Legacy Road project, which part of it includes the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Way. This particular one is very important because it is the Calabar Abuja super highway. It cuts across several states. We're talking from, it would start from Enugu Abakaliki highway, go through Cross River, Benue, Kogi, Nasarawa, and terminate at the Apo Abuja. So this particular highway, the first phase, which is what they are starting with, is the reconstruction of the Enugu Abakaliki end of the road, and we're expecting that would kick off right now. The Minister for Works, David Umahi, signed with the he signed on behalf of the federal government with Infused International Limited, and they are kicking off this road project. The timeline, its impact, they say it would improve. One of the good things about this road is it's part of the sub-Saharan, it will be transversing the sub-Saharan local ways that were already existing before. So we know that it would improve inter-trade between the states within Nigeria and even Nigeria and other West African countries. So this is a good initiative. Let's walk it through till the end.
The Punch, PDP crisis, the Magum to remain chair as NWC state chairman meets today. Tributes as Senate holds valedictory session for late Uba. 4 UK-based Nigerian students jailed over street fight. Agents petition NCAA for foreign airlines sell tickets in dollars. Ajayi heads to court as expected, as Aiyedatiwa gets a certificate of return. 5 soldiers, 50 terrorists killed. NSCDC agents missing in Borno and Niger State. Dangote refinery begins petrol export to West African nations. And AG uncovers 4.6 billion naira unapproved spending in Umahi's ministry. Okay, well, let's take one story.
So let me quickly take the NCA. It's quite short. According to the Punch, the president of the National Association of Nigerian Travel Agents, Yinka Folami, representing stakeholders in the business, have petitioned the NCA, the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, on behalf of his members over sale of air ticket by some foreign airlines in Nigeria. He said there's a bilateral air service agreement treaty which Nigeria is a part of, and this prevents foreign airlines from selling tickets in any other currency other than the Naira, except for the US, which has an open skies agreement with Nigeria, and this allows the US carriers to sell tickets in dollars. Other airlines are required to sell in Naira for flights coming from this country. But over time, they have joined US, and we don't know the line again, and there's no punitive measure against anybody, and they increased those who are now selling tickets in dollars, further stressing, the search for it and, creating value for it over the Naira.
Let's go on a very
we'll do something.
Short break. When you come back and continue with our review, stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.